It's officially April, which means it's time to talk about the NFL Draft. Who goes number one? Let's get to it. So, when it comes to the NFL Draft, which takes place April 24th through the 26th in Green Bay, the biggest question that gets asked about this year's draft is who will go number one? As it is in most drafts, let's be honest. It seems pretty clear that Tennessee will keep the number one pick and go for Cam Ward. They seem to be pretty excited about the option of adding Cam Ward. They seem to be ready to go in that direction, so there doesn't seem to be a lot of mystery there. There was an interesting mock trade the other day, though, where the Colts traded up to number one with Tennessee and thus would take either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. I think Travis Hunter would be a better fit there, but that seems to be just conjecture from Colts fans, but it was interesting to think about. The Tennessee Titans do need a lot. That's why the draft is 7 rounds. They will likely take Cam Ward at number one. The bigger thing to me is the picks that come after. The Cleveland Browns have the 2nd overall pick, and they do need a quarterback. Shedeur Sanders' name has been thrown out there, but I think it's more likely that they will pick Abdul Carter to pair with the newly extended Myles Garrett to bolster that defense. They do need a quarterback, but maybe they roll the dice with Kenny Pickett, who's newly acquired. Maybe they see what they can get, if anything, out of Deshaun Watson for one more year. Maybe they bring back Joe Flacco and see if he can recapture the magic from a couple of years ago when they made the playoffs with the best defense in the NFL. I do think there are several quarterback options in this draft, although with this draft, it's clear that Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders are in a different class, and then there's everybody else. But there are several options lower down in the draft, such as Jackson Dart or Jalen Milroe. So it's not necessary that Cleveland needs to commit to a quarterback at number 2. I think it makes more sense for them to go Abdul Carter. Shedeur Sanders has mostly been linked to the Giants at 3, but seeing as they just brought in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston this offseason, it seems more likely that they will roll with Russell Wilson as he got the Steelers to the playoffs a year ago. And maybe they're pushing their cards to the middle of the table for someone like Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning or Carson Beck in next year's draft. I didn't bat an eye when they brought in Jameis Winston. He's a career backup. You can still draft Shedeur Sanders. To me, plans changed when they brought in Russell Wilson. As I said, he did take the Pittsburgh Steelers to the playoffs. He looked a lot better than he did in Denver. That could be chalked up to a bad coach the first year and a coach forced to use him after that when Sean Payton didn't want Russell Wilson. But Mike Tomlin, I believe, got the most out of him. But the most telling thing about this is Russell Wilson, who has had a lot of things said about him in the past and about maybe his diva behavior, maybe taking a lot of money here and there when he's not worth it anymore. He signed a veteran minimum with the Steelers last year for $1.2 million. And you look at the contract he signed with the Giants, which doesn't jump off the page at me. It's not like it's $20 million for 1 year, but it is $10.5 million. We know from the previous year that he is willing to sign a veteran minimum. So maybe this is bad negotiating by the Giants, or maybe I don't think you pay somebody 10 times more than he was willing to sign for the year before if you're planning for him to be your backup. That's the most telling thing to me. So I think at least for this season, the Giants have made their decision. But then again, I still wouldn't be surprised to see Shedeur Sanders. You go down the list and you start seeing where Shedeur Sanders could fall if he gets past the Giants at 3. Granted, you also have to look at the other needs for the team, and you think about a player like Travis Hunter. The Patriots need a wide receiver, but they could also use some defense help. The Jags need a corner and a wide receiver. Travis Hunter fits there. You go down, you're obviously, Patriots don't need a quarterback. Jags don't need a quarterback. Raiders just committed to Geno Smith. Jets seem to be ready to roll with Justin Fields. Carolina Panthers, it looks like they're sticking with Bryce Young because Bryce Young showed a lot of improvement towards the latter half of last season. They need a corner and a wide receiver. I don't believe Travis Hunter will be on the board at 8, but that could be a beautiful pick for them. That I could see that fits in my mind. The next place I could see Shedeur Sanders going to is the New Orleans Saints, who do need a quarterback. And then after that, if they for some reason don't take him because they have bigger needs like corner, offensive line, wide receiver, defensive line, I could see him falling all the way down to Seattle at 18, even though they just committed to Sam Darnold, and then Pittsburgh at 21. So there's Pittsburgh, who look like they're going to commit to Aaron Rodgers any day now at the quarterback position for 2025, but they're going to need an answer beyond that. They have been linked to many of the quarterbacks in this draft, including Shedeur Sanders, including Jackson Dart, including Jalen Milroe. So that I don't think Shedeur Sanders will stay on the board down to 21, but a fall has not been ruled out for Sanders. So there you have it. Let us know in the comments who you think will go number 1 in this draft. If you think that Colts trade up to number 1 does hold any weight, or do you think Tennessee has made up their choice? It's going to be Cam Ward. What do you think is going to happen with these 4 big names in the draft? Let us know in the comments. And until next time, this has been Empire Sports Talk. See you around.